Okay, this is Pigment Challenged Pete interviewing black conservatives at the Defending the American Dream Summit in Orlando, Florida. And I have the pleasure of having just met Debbie Coakley, who is involved with the Vince Coakley Radio Show out of Charlotte. So tell me a little bit about the Vince Coakley Radio Show.
Yeah, well, we call it Revolution Radio because a lot of what we talk about is liberty, freedom, and that it's more important than the color of our skin. Keeping in mind that what Martin Luther King said, I mean, this is what, one day, 50 years and one day after that speech, where black people should really be thinking more about the content of our character rather than the color of our skin. And so our show is, or Vince's show I should say, is more about, it's about freedom, political freedom, religious freedom even.
Do you think Martin Luther King's dream is one mostly successful or has a long way to go?
You know, I think it's been accomplished, and now we're on the other end where it's being turned on its head. And so now we have people who are more concerned with going back where we were. And honestly, a lot of the people who are touting that we need to be focused on the color of our skin need to be out of business. And really that's what it is. They're in business for themselves, and they really don't care about people. It's not about relationships. It's not about who the people, poor people, black people, who people are. It's about what they can get out of aligning themselves with Martin Luther King's dream.
Would you call them race merchants?
Yes, they are. There's an entire industry where they make their money, and that's why they're not interested in people being free and people understanding that this is a country of opportunity for everybody, no matter the color of your skin.
Are you familiar with the Tea Party?
I am. We are familiar with the Tea Party. In fact, we spend a lot of time going to Tea Party events. My husband speaks at some of them because it's more about the foundation or the founding of our country than it is about just stirring up trouble or just complaining. It's about understanding what the foundation of this country was and still is and should be, as opposed to what progressives are trying to portray us as.
Coming to an event like this, do you think it's encouraging, it's a good thing to reach those goals of freedom and opportunity for everyone?
It is encouraging, but I think we need to realize coming here is preaching to the choir. And that once we leave here, hopefully people are encouraged and empowered to go back into their communities and to the communities around them and to build relationships and to let people see what freedom really is about, what being a freedom culture is about. And so we're not just sitting around in a lovely conference under, one weekend or however many weekends and have conferences, but that we get to know people and we share the message beyond just ourselves.
Well, and I suppose the radio show is trying to do that.
Yes, that's definitely. We want to educate people. We want to empower people so that they understand that being aware is probably the first step in being free. You can go to vincecoakley.com.
Okay.
And you can access the radio show from there, Revolution Radio with Vince Coakley, weekdays at 3, and on Friday it's from 3 to 5.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Debbie. It's been great to interview, and I appreciate that you're accepting of someone like Pigment Challenge.
Thank you.
God bless you.
You too.